We're live.
Welcome to the Lost Together podcast. I'm Joe, and this is still my attempt to, it's still my attempt even like 4 weeks later, however long it's been since the last time that we were on the air with you folks.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little manual adjustment here while
We just need to start over.
together. Yeah, okay.
We're live.
Welcome to the Lost Together podcast, take 2. I'm Joe. I love it for the cold open. It's so good. And this is still my attempt to convince Morgan that Lost is one of the greatest television shows ever written, acted in, produced, directed, shot in Hawaii, and nearing the end of the series. And we still got,
It'll still be 2 years before
one
we
whole
get this
season.
thing done.
I calculated it out earlier today. We're going to have to increase the clip a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to be at least 6 months based on my calculation. So unless you want to know, wait until 6 months from now to know the ending of Lost.
No, I don't. I want to know what's up.
So today we're talking about season 5, episode 10, He's Our You, which originally aired on March 25th, 2009.
Your birthday.
My birthday.
How old were you?
I was 22.
Cute.
Yes, 22.
Fresh young Joe. Were you hitting the streets of DC at that time?
No, not yet. That was 2010. 2009, I would have still been in...
I made you sound like a prostitute. He was not prostituting on the streets of DC. He moved there.
No, I certainly was not prostituting on the streets of DC. No, I would have still been in college at this point.
At the University of Tennessee?
Yep, turning 22, and,
Living La Vida Loca.
Living La Vida Loca. It would have been my last year in college, so I'd have had this semester and then one more semester, and then I'd have been done. So it's very close to the end. Yeah, not that that means anything to anybody other than, that I was actually telling somebody earlier today about that was a period of my life where I was so broke that I was eating 2 peanut butter sandwiches per day, and that was pretty much it. So I had 2 peanut butter sandwiches, and also the mall that we worked at has a restaurant that has a Caesar salad that you could buy for $3, and it would come with a loaf of bread. Like if you get it to go, like normally the bread they bring to the table, they bring it just in pieces, but then if you get it to go, they bring you a whole loaf. It's about that big. And I'd go, and my friend did not want their bread for their salad, so I got 2 loaves of bread and a Caesar salad, feed myself for like a day and a half or so.
Isn't that what Aladdin was eating when he was mega poor?
Yep.
Loaves of bread that he stole?
And actually, ironically, the loaf of bread in question looked a lot like this loaf of bread. So
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Well, do you want to hear about Saeed's sad past? We're talking about you being poor.
I would like to hear about Saeed's sad past, even though, I think it's okay to focus on yourself a little bit.
Of course.
Of
course. I think that all 4 of the people that, if they are still listening to us, listen mostly for our little fun banter.
And if Saeed had focused on himself and maybe sought some therapy early on, maybe he wouldn't be in some of these predicaments that he's in.
I will tell you something. I'm pretty sure I've said it before. I will say it again and again and again forever. I've never met a person who would not benefit from therapy. Everybody needs it.
Yeah, especially a former member of the Iraqi Republican Guard.
With a daddy like his.
With a daddy like his, which we got to see a little bit in this episode. Talk about daddy issues. Everybody on this island got daddy issues.
There are some bad men. Bad men.
Speaking of, if any of you have seen, oh gosh, I didn't know this until recently, but there's a show called Once Upon a Time.
Was that the fairy tale one with Snow White and all that?
And
my mom loves that show.
The guy who plays Saeed, Naveen Andrews, played Jafar in.
Typecasting, but
I didn't know about that until I saw it like a clip from an episode, and I was like, oh my gosh!
It's actually a really good show.
Yeah,
it was really good. I watched it when it came out.
Maybe that'll be our next podcast.
No, it won't. There's like 800 episodes. Absolutely not.
Okay.
That shit went on forever.
All right.
Okay. So, not a lot happened in this episode, but also kind of a lot happened. We start with, obviously, child Saeed, and you're led to believe that he's this, like, poor, sweet kid whose daddy is yelling at him, going like, "You're gonna kill this chicken! Don't you come back in this house till you kill this chicken!" And this poor little boy just looks so like, he's got his knife, and he's like, "Well, I can't do it." Some other little boy walks up, takes the knife, and then takes that chicken and whack, snaps its neck, and then hands it back. And then the dad comes out, and he's like, "Well, at least one of you is going to be a man. Good job, Saeed." Obviously, Saeed is the chicken killer. So, we know from an early age that Saeed will kill, but it wasn't for a bad reason.
Yeah.
You know, and they were going to eat it. It's different than killing a person, obviously, but just the propensity to, like, flat out murder with, like, not a lot of hesitation or...
Well, I did think that was a little bit of a weird illustration because, I mean, how are you supposed to eat a chicken?
Well, you got to kill it.
You have to kill it.
You got to kill it. Yeah. And then, like, he was doing a good thing. He was doing a good thing for his brother, who was just too damn soft to kill this chicken.
He was too damn soft.
I'm too damn soft to kill a chicken. I don't think I could do it.
If you had to do it, like, to eat?
To survive, I'm sure that I could. I know how to do it.
Yeah, that chicken's gone if I have to survive. We're going to be making a chicken sandwich, like, quickly.
I know how to clean it. I mean, I know how to kill it, but I don't know how to clean it.
My grandfather used to kill chickens. He had chickens, and he said that the easiest way was like this.
Yeah, snap their necks.
Yeah, like just over his head.
You hold
like
them upside down so they go into like a catatonic thing, and then you just grab them and yank. And
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Go.
I've never done it, and I again don't know how to clean a chicken. If I ever get in a situation where I have to like clean an animal, I'm gonna starve.
You just
I'll be eating dirt.
Pluck the feathers out and skin them. Take the organs out. Wash the meat.
The thought of sticking my hand inside of the body of an animal and pulling out its organs.
No, you won't have to reach inside of it.
Yeah, you do have to reach inside of it.
No, you don't. Not to cut a chicken breast off of a chicken.
I literally have seen so many videos of people processing animals.
Yeah, this isn't going to be processed. You're going to be picking meat off the outside of it. Like, it's a chicken. So, I mean, you can literally cut a fillet off of a fish without taking the organs out. It's easier to take the organs out, but you can, like in a pinch.
No, then I'd be worried that I'd like cut its bowels and get doo-doo all over everything.
You're going to wash it either way.
Anyway, whatever. So we now know this about Saeed, that he will do what's necessary. So then we fast forward to him killing more people. He shoots a dude who's trying to get money out of a safe. The guy thinks that Saeed's after him for the money. Obviously he's not. He's working for Mr. Benjamin Linus, killing people for a bin. So I think they're in Russia.
Moscow.
Yeah, and Saeed comes strolling across the street in all black, in a like all leather trench coat. And I'm like, way to look more like a murderer. Like,
yeah, or like a spy.
How about just like some jeans and a sweater? You know, try not to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
But anyway, he meets up with Ben. Ben's like, "Good job, Saeed. That was the last guy. You're done. Anybody that posed a threat to you and your friends, done. We're good." And Saeed's like, "That's it?" Ben was like, "Yeah." And Saeed was like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?" Ben was like, "I don't know.
Go live your life."
Yeah, go live your life. So then that's how Saeed ended up with the Good Samaritan folks, where Ben eventually finds him again and says, "Hey, remember how I said we were done? Well, there's people hanging out outside of the insane asylum that Hurley's at, and John Locke's dead. And so, you know, shit's hit the fan." And what did Saeed say to him? Saeed got him in backed him into kind of a corner, and Ben ended up walking off after he told him that John Locke was dead. I can't remember what he said. Saeed was like, "Well, why are you coming to tell me this now? Like, what do I care?" And Ben was like, "Well, because you're a killer, Saeed." And Saeed was like, "Well, I mean, all right." So then later on, we learn we're jumping kind of back and forth in time. Saeed's at a bar. He meets this beautiful little lady. And that should be his number one thing of like, something fucked up is about to happen. Every woman that Saeed gets involved with in any way either ends up dead or being a spy or a cop. This is his second run-in with some spy lady that's trying to get a little piece of Saeed. Mm-hmm. So they're in the bed like, oh, and then boom, she pulls out a gun and she's like, got your ass. So she arrests him, and that's how he ends up on the Ajira flight. And it was really funny to watch him in the airport, and he's seeing familiar faces all over the place, and he's like, oh shit, oh shit. He gets on the plane.
He's like, can we get on a different plane?
Yeah, well, Ben walks by, and he's like, listen to me. If you got to take me to jail, whatever, please, God, can we get on another flight? And Alana's like, why would we do that? And Ben said, because that man right there is a monster and a liar and a killer. And he was like, are you working for him? And Alana was like, why would I ever work for somebody like that? And Saeed said, I did. Why would you? She's already arresting you for being a bad guy. And then you're going to be like, see that piece of shit? I do business with him.
So you think she's arresting him?
He's in handcuffs.
Mm-hmm. People have handcuffs that aren't cops.
Don't I know it? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, God. That'll definitely be a screenshot.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So that was pretty much that. That was all the Saeed flashback
Dear
stuff.
God.
I'm joking.
All right.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway.
You don't know how to take a joke?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, now we're back in 1977. The flight has crashed. Saeed is in jail again, but he's in Dharma jail. And they keep trying to get him to say who he is, because they're convinced he's a hostel. They keep saying he's a hostel. And he's like, he's just, tight-lipped or whatever. Ben keeps bringing him food. 12-year-old Ben keeps bringing him food. And then Ben's daddy catches him bringing food. Oh, Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. And Uncle Rico is in there taunting Saeed. And he's like, yeah, you're the one behind mine.
Roger.
Mm. And
do you remember that name, where that popped up before?
No.
I'll give you a hint. Sawyer said Roger in a past season.
I don't know.
Do you remember the episode Shambhala?
Yeah.
Remember what happened in that episode?
Everybody died.
Well, Shambhala was the episode where they rode around in the
truck,
van.
yeah.
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 And so...
Oh, Roger Workman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the dead body in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, doesn't he take Ben up in that van? We already saw that. We saw Ben kill him in the van.
Yeah, I just mean, like, that's how you know it's Roger. Like, this is the...
Yeah, I mean, we already know. Like.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing your memory.
Yes, thank you, yes. Lovely little piece of lore. And it's funny that, Sawyer didn't go like, no, old Raj. He fucking knew who it was. But, yeah, so Ben keeps sneaking him food. Ben's already like opened up the gate of like, hey, can I please go with you? Like, if you get out of here, can I please go with you? Saeed's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, not. So Ben brings him food. Roger's in there giving Saeed hell. And then Roger freaks out on little bitty Ben and kind of whoops his ass around. And he's like, wait till you get home, boy. And, poor little Ben is crying. So Saeed is getting this insight into Ben's life. And Ben had already told him, like, I hate it here. I hate everybody here. I want to leave. Like,
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because prior to this, you've got Ben essentially always seeming to be in service of the island.
Yes.
Right? So he's like, he's talking about protecting the island, keeping these people away from the island that want to do it harm and all this. Meanwhile, he says that he hates it here as a kid.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he did.
So,
yeah.
What changed?
He killed everybody and then he became in control.
Wow.
He's 12 years old. He has no control. And he's getting his ass whooped all over the place. And he doesn't have any friends except for that one little girl. Mm-hmm. So, we already have seen that Sawyer is desperately trying to get Saeed out of this jail. He keeps coming up with all these plans, and Saeed is just not going for it. He just will not. Sawyer's like, listen, what was his first plan? Let me look at my notes. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, I need you to say that you ran away on purpose from the hostels and you want to like be one of us. And Saeed's like, no. And he's like, okay, well, they just did a vote over at Juliet's house, and they want to kill your ass, and it was unanimous, and all of them want you dead.
Interesting scene, that.
Yeah. And Sawyer's like, there's nothing I can do for you, so, I need you. They're going to hand you to Oldham if you don't do something about it. And he's like, fuck Oldham, I don't care about that. That's not what he says, but...
Yeah, I don't think that came up. I was going to say, that's not a direct quote.
No. But so they give him to Oldham. I'm trying to remember, is this when the van comes flying in on fire? But this was after he met with Oldham.
Yes.
Okay, so they take him to Oldham, and Sawyer's scared to death because Oldham is this man like living out in a teepee out in the jungle, and Saeed is like, the first time you ever really see him look mega super scared for his own self. And he goes like, who is this guy? Sawyer says, he's our you. There's the title. So you already know, like, oh shit, he's about to get tortured.
Well, and just think about the setup for a second, because Dharma has all these houses he could live in. Why is he living out there?
Because he's a crazy person, obviously.
But apparently knows well enough how to do an interrogation.
Well, so you think, like, oh, he's about to get, hurt. So they strap Saeed to a tree, and Oldham gives him a damn truth serum. You cannot have a TV show without somebody getting some truth serum at some point.
Well, there's a lot of things that happen in every TV show. For one, somebody's going to throw up. Probably somebody threw up in this episode.
Probably.
You're going to have truth serum at some point if there's any kind of interrogation happening. So I think one's more likely than the other. But
yeah. So Saeed admits a few things. He knows his purpose for being on the island. He knows about all the stations. And he knows what they're for. He names them all. And then Rosinski is like, see, I knew he saw the plans. We haven't even named the swan. And he knew what it was. And Saeed says something about, like, it's nice to be back. And they were like, oh, you've been here before? And he said, oh, yeah. I was on flight 816 with the Oceanic 6. And then I was on a Jira flight, whatever, that just crashed a couple days ago. And so they're like, what the hell? So they learn everything they need to learn about Saeed. He's pretty much like, oh, he ends his little soiree with like, ask Sawyer. And Sawyer's like, don't call me that. So it's later. Obviously they don't kill Saeed. They take him back to jail for the truth serum to wear off or whatever. And finally, Juliet talks to Sawyer, and she's like, hey, are we going to be okay now that Kate's back? And I was like, good for you, girl, for acknowledging that. And he was like, yeah, we're good. We're stronger than ever. We're so strong. And while they're having that super impassioned conversation, the Shambhala van comes cruising through, completely ablaze, runs into a house. Sawyer jumps into action, and he's like, he throws Jack a fire hose, and he's like, fucking fix it. And, chaos everywhere. So then Ben is obviously the one who has devised this whole situation. He breaks Sawyer out of jail. They go running off through the woods. And Sawyer's like, or Saeed's like, yeah, I'll take you with me. So they run. And it's dark. They're going. Jen comes by, and he's like, Sawyer, Saeed, what are you doing out here? And doesn't Saeed like knock him out or something? takes his gun, knocks him out, takes his gun. Ben runs ahead a little bit, and Saeed goes, "Hey, Ben, you were right. I am a killer." Bam! Pops him in the chest. Little 12-year-old Ben shot in the chest, and then Sawyer runs off. Or Sawyer, I keep saying Sawyer. Saeed runs off into the jungle, and that's the end of the episode. How Ben survives getting shot in the chest at a pretty... I mean, he wasn't that far away. He was probably...
Not point blank.
No, like, what, 200 yards? 150 yards? I don't know. And close enough to die.
Do you know how far 150 yards is?
No.
That's a football field and a half.
Oh, pff. So like 50 yards?
You said, what? He's so close, like 200 yards? 2 football fields?
What do I know?
Of course. Yeah.
He shot that little boy in the chest with an AK-47.
It's not more than 20 feet. He's pretty close.
I can't wait to find out how in God's name he survived that. It's going to be one of those
and how do you know he survived it?
Because whatever happened, and the sumbitch is still living and he's 50 years old or whatever.
Okay. Whatever happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just crazy how all this stuff has happened and nobody fucking talks about any of it. Like, nobody's like, "Oh, yeah, I remember when you shot me. Oh, yeah, there's Roger Workman's dead body. I knew him. He was a son of a bitch and was mean to his kid. And that's the reason Ben's all jacked up." Like,
so does seeing any of Ben's backstory make you feel any differently about Ben?
It just gives me some context as to why he's so freaking messed up.
Mom died.
Yeah, that is a man that is so desperate for control because he had no control over anything and his life was extremely chaotic. Makes perfect sense why he would grow up to be the person that he is.
I have to say that the first time I watched this episode and then even this time watching this episode, I found the Roger abusing Ben scene really disturbing.
Yeah, he was really roughing him up in there.
They did a good job depicting that. Like,
and the kid did a good job, like
I actually feel
crying and all that.
I actually feel like weirdly like that. Probably if you were gonna see a child abuse scene on TV today, probably wouldn't be that graphic. Like, it was evident. You know, they pretty much on TV shows now they're gonna hint at it. So there's like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah,
like,
the guy's gonna go like this, and the kid
you,
flinches or something. But Ben was getting his little ass whooped.
or you hear it off screen or something. You know, instead of seeing it. That part stuck out a little bit to me as like there are a couple of things that happen in this show that I don't think would happen on TV today.
Yeah.
Which is weird because
There's been no like really graphic sex scenes though.
Yeah.
That happens a lot on TV now. So
I don't think it does. I was reading not too long ago that sex scenes are almost gone now. Like, you're hardly ever really seeing them.
Good.
It is weird when you think about it. Usually it's not necessary, a sex scene.
You can imply what's
You can
going
imply
on.
it. And also a big reason that it's not a thing anymore. This is a real thing in Hollywood. There's like a movement by actors and actresses who are married who don't want to act in a sex scene. Like, and they've just basically all stopped pretending like it's not a big deal or whatever, and they go like, "Oh, it kind of is a big deal,"
It's
you know.
gross.
So,
It's gross.
it started with the guy who played Joe Goldberg on You. I can't remember that guy's name, but he was really open about it. He was like, "My wife and I just don't think that's good and shouldn't be going on." So, you'll notice in later seasons of You, no sex scenes, even though he's got love interests.
Oh yeah, he's a literal child.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, I thought this was a kind of turning point for me, seeing Ben and his backstory a little bit, where you get to know a little bit about why he is the way that he is, and you see kind of a firsthand account. But also, like, I know that he's waiting on Saeed to come pick him up, but interestingly, the sandwich, he's bringing him a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
You remember when Jack first gets abducted by the others and Juliet's bringing him
a sandwich. Yeah.
Bringing him sandwiches?
Much better looking sandwiches. Oh, that was the thing that his dad was saying, because Ben, gets caught walking in with the sandwich. And Roger's like, "What the hell are you doing with that?" And Ben said, "I made it for you." And his dad was like, "You've never made me a sandwich in my fucking life," and blah, blah, blah. And you made it for him, didn't you? And we whooped his ass. And then, idiot, slung that sandwich all over the place. You're the janitor, dude. Who's going to be cleaning that up?
That's what we said as soon as he threw it. I'm like, why in the hell did you throw it?
How stupid are you going to look cleaning that up later?
Horace going to walk in and go like, hey, but it's cleaned up, boy. Right? Like, what is this?
What is that in your hand? A mop?
Oh, is that a mop? Is that a broom? Roger, after you get done beating up on your kid, why don't you go clean up this mess, you baby?
Of shit.
Right? Throwing this against a wall.
Yeah.
Also, I got
chicken salad. That's what he was bringing him. Chicken salad.
I don't know if you had this thought, right? But like while I was watching the abuse scene happen, and I was like, you know, because Roger is clearly like he's abusing a kid or whatever, but Roger's not that tough, you know, like he's only 6 inches of steel away from somebody who would whoop his entire ass.
Oh man, Saeed would just put him not only on the ground, in the ground.
Saeed, we said this from the beginning. If we had to pick like Mortal Kombat style, who the fighter is, you said in the beginning that you think Sawyer could take.
Yeah, I thought he was like, you know, corn-fed country tough boy, and he is tough.
He is, but Saeed's trained.
Saeed's a killer.
Like, and he's a killer, right? So, I think too, this episode does a good job of like juxtaposing what we think of as civilized and uncivilized. So, right from the beginning of the episode, you get to see like him and his brother, right? Mm-hmm. So Saeed kills the chicken, but what are the writers trying to say about Saeed's brother versus him?
That he's soft.
Yeah, he's soft.
Yeah.
But what are they, by that measure, what are they trying to say about Saeed?
That he'll do what's necessary, and he's like a leader, sort of. He'll just take care of shit. He'll do what needs to be done.
See, I took the episode as a whole as like a judgment on Saeed's character, like because he shoots a child at the end of the.
Yeah, he did.
You know.
Yeah. He
did. And Saeed.
But it's Ben. He shot Ben.
But Saeed doesn't know this whole whatever happened thing.
He thinks he's doing a kill Hitler thing.
Yes, exactly. He thinks he's doing a kill Hitler thing.
Obviously, he does not. So that'll be so fun once he realizes, like, damn it. Is that why he's working for Ben? Because maybe he's like, well, you're unkillable, and I owe you because I shot you in the chest.
No, he worked for Ben before he shot him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But wait. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Because later, Ben is grown.
Yeah.
We talked about this. These things are happening at the same time. How?
No, Saeed worked for Ben.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As an adult.
Before they went back to the island.
Before he went back to the island.
Okay.
Yeah. So he worked for Ben before he shot him.
I'm with you. Yes.
They explain this in an upcoming episode, and it may be the next one. No, it's not.
I want to know when and how John Locke is coming back to life, because homeboy better not stay dead.
Okay, it's not. It's 1, 2, 3 episodes from now. There's an episode called "Some Like It Hoth," which is.
What's up with Desmond? Where's he been?
We'll
Where is he? He didn't get on the plane, did he?
They were trying to get back to the island. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't remember what happened because they were all at Daniel Faraday's mom's castle church situation.
Yeah, don't focus on that right now.
Wow.
So you got civilized, right?
Yeah.
So they get to remember the cookout when they get to Dharma and they're like meeting everybody and they get their job assignments and all that.
And they take their little picture with their little
lays and they're on an island and
1977 Dharma cruise.
We said in our last episode or the episode before that it seemed like a corporation, right? Like so you show up and there's there's an outing or whatever and
orientation.
There's orientation. Let's go meet everybody. It's gonna be great, right? It's civilized.
Yes, ordered.
And then the people that live in the jungle, they call them
the hostiles.
The hostiles.
The others.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Do you think that group in the jungle calls themselves the hostiles?
No.
Okay. So they were named the hostiles by the Dharma Initiative, who called them the hostiles while employing somebody to torture people. So underneath.
Although, is giving somebody a truth serum really torture?
Yeah, but you're only seeing the beginning of it. how do you know that more didn't happen? If it was literally just a truth serum, why is Sawyer worried?
Because they know that he will jack him up, I guess.
Yeah. So, and then like, why are people who are not Sawyer worried? Like, they're worried because nobody wants to be around this guy for some reason.
He's a psycho.
He's uncivilized. Like, that's why they have him. Well, that's what I was trying to say earlier when, like, why do they have him living out in the woods? Is because
not safe.
He's uncivilized.
Yeah.
Like, Dharma has to keep up this, like, veneer of civilization. Right, so they've got these houses, and it's like, oh, they're on this tropical island. We got these cookouts, and we got this like whole family thing, and like in the future.
But don't go to the teepee.
Don't get out to the teepee though. Don't go out there.
He will ratchet strap you to the tree.
So yeah, it's just an interesting thing to note, like who was worse, the others or Dharma?
Well, the others were Dharma.
Were they?
Yeah. Mr. Friendly and all them? Yeah.
Where's Mr. Friendly now?
Dead.
No, where's Mr. Friendly in 1977?
I don't know.
He's pretty old.
Yeah.
So where is he?
Maybe he hasn't made it to the island yet.
Mm-hmm. There are no others in except for Ben.
All these folks are going to die. And Sawyer, God.
All these folks who?
The current Dharma members.
So why do you think that the others are Dharma?
Well, I mean, they said, like, the Dharma Initiative, blah, 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 you know. So I assume that the Dharma Initiative, once they found out everybody on the island got murdered, they sent some new people out there.
Okay, so think back to a time when remember when John Locke went to the others' camp and they were trying to get him to kill his dad?
Yeah.
In front of everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So who were some main characters that were also there?
Richard Alpert.
Okay, yes. Where's Richard Alpert now?
Who knows? Living up in the freaking cabin
with Sawyer just
Jacob.
No, Sawyer just negotiated with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So who is Richard Alpert with?
He's perpetually 40 years old. I don't know who he's with. Well, he's with the others, the Hostiles.
The Hostiles.
Yeah.
So why do you think that Dharma are the others?
Because that's all I've known.
No, it's not all you've known. Who are the others? If not the Dharma
Everybody
Initiative.
who got there after all the Dharma people got killed.
The Hostiles are the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
but they say others and Hostiles interchangeably.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to make sure you don't think that the Dharma Initiative is the others.
Yeah, I thought they were.
How could they? What are you talking about? I'm confused. Like the Hostiles and the others are
like moved into the Dharma situation.
But they're not Dharma though.
I thought they became Dharma.
No.
I'm not saying that it was the original Dharma.
The Dharma Initiative, I mean, you know what the Dharma Initiative is.
Yeah, they're studying the island and the properties of the island.
Not just that. They're studying. They're studying all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's pretty clear that the Dharma Initiative exists to get around some like ethics guidelines in science. Because you remember,
it's a no man's land out there.
You remember like the Milgram experiment and the Stanford prison experiment. Like those experiments happened, and then because of those experiments happening, the scientific community developed ethical guidelines to where you couldn't do experiments with certain parameters, right? Like you couldn't cause harm to humans. You can't
let people beat each other and shock each other. And
and don't walk them in a room and tell them they got to press a button every 108 minutes, for example. Like you can't do that. So they developed all these ethical guidelines. Dharma Initiative is doing unethical scientific stuff on this island, right? So that's one group. And then the Hostiles live out in the wilderness. As you know already, Dharma gets murked because of Ben.
Yes.
Hostiles move in.
Yes.
They don't become Dharma because Dharma are like a bunch of people from a college that moved out there to do this work. Yeah. So it's just important to understand the distinction because of what's going to happen.
But they were bringing other scientists like Juliet to study, to further study. But she was studying while pregnant ladies were, dying or whatever.
Yeah, the others brought her, not the Dharma Initiative.
Right.
So Dharma Initiative was gone by the time she was being brought out there.
Yeah.
There's no Dharma Initiative.
Okay.
When Juliet gets brought out there. I know it's a little confusing because they're living in the same place.
And they're doing scientific studies, but...
Well, yeah, kind of. Not in the same way.
Yeah.
So that's important just because of something that's going to happen. Like the others and Dharma Initiative, not the same.
Yeah. Saeed, I was trying to say this earlier and I kept calling him Sawyer. Saeed told Oldham and LaFleur and, well, that's Sawyer. And I think Horace was out there and Rosinski. And he tells them all, like, by the way, literally all of you are going to die. But how does Ethan get out of there? He's a baby.
Yeah, he's a baby. So how old do you, I mean, he's probably...
But it's just, like, has Ben not, did he not kill the babies?
Well, he's a baby
he's
a baby in 77.
Yeah.
Which is where they're at.
Yeah.
They crash in 2004.
Yeah.
So he is...
But I don't remember when it was that Ben killed everybody.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you is that he's probably not that old whenever Ben kills everybody.
Right, but why did he not kill Ethan?
Good question. Maybe we'll find out. So I'll just draw your attention one more time to Jack and his behavior in this episode. What's Jack acting like in this episode?
He's taking direction really well.
Yeah, something he did not do very well before.
Yeah, he runs out, and I think when the van crashes, he runs out and asks Sawyer, like, what do I do? Like,
he asks Sawyer, what do I do?
Okay, 'cause Sawyer's the damn leader.
But also, Sawyer is trying to use diplomacy to take care of the Saeed situation. He's trying to think and plan instead of just acting or whatever, which he's a con artist, so he did some thinking and planning beforehand, but not like this, not for the benefit of a group of people.
No.
You know, he's trying to figure out, how can I keep my friend Saeed alive and also keep these new friends that I've got happy and safe? So he's trying to find a diplomatic way to work that out.
Yeah.
And our very warlike Saeed is like, absolutely not.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing any of that. And Sawyer's like, I've been here for 3 years and I have developed a relationship with these people and they will listen to me if you will listen to me. And Saeed's like, no, I got a mission, which is to kill a child.
I think we also get a little bit of a window into Ben and how he became the way that he is.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But no, what I mean is, what's his like defining characteristic? If you're going to describe Ben to somebody, what would
Manipulative.
You say? Exactly.
Yeah.
So he
just had the biggest, what's the word I'm looking for? Sabotage. When somebody says they're going to do something and they do the complete opposite of that. What's that word? What word am I looking for?
You're talking about a self-fulfilling...
No, what Saeed did to him.
A sabotage?
Well, I guess that's the best word. That's not the word I'm trying to think of, but he got lied to in like the most grand way. He thought he was getting out. Yeah. And Saeed was like his buddy. And Saeed shot him with a gun.
Well, my point is this series of events where he is bringing this sandwich in, and so you might notice, so you remember when he came in and you said, like he said to his dad, I made it for you, but he says it like shaky. He's like, I made it for you.
Yeah, he's scared because he knows he's about to get his ass whooped.
When has Ben, as a manipulator, ever shown that?
Never. I mean, the closest he got was when Alex was about to get murdered, but he thought that guy was bluffing.
Exactly. So do we think this is where Ben began to hone his manipulation?
Yes. Yeah, this is his villain origin story right here. Because he probably could have got through the abuse with his dad and stuff and not been a Ben about it. But what Saeed just did to him, Saeed created the monster that he tried to kill.
No, what I'm saying is I think the monster was already created. So...
I mean, he did light a whole van on fire and send it careening into a whole...
Yeah, but I'm saying that he lied to his dad, but he didn't efficiently lie to his dad. So he got found out, so he got beat up, right? So as he gets older, it's like a survival mechanism that he's developing. So it's like, he's not physically strong. He ends up getting pretty physically strong. I mean, Ben's whooped an ass or two on this show, right? But, he killed Kimi,
Yeah, he did.
He killed Kimi straight up.
Yeah.
But
Saeed throws that little thing in there too when he's talking to Alana on the plane. He's like, he let his own daughter get murdered.
Yeah.
And he's not whispering.
No.
Ben very likely could have heard all this shit that he's saying to Alana.
Well, yeah, I just think that we're getting, like, why is Ben so manipulative? He's manipulative probably because he feels like he has to be. Like,
yeah, of course.
You know,
yeah.
It started that way, and then it just turned into a lifestyle, you know, as he got older, like, this is just what I do, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing the, and you get more of them, I think, in next season and kind of the very last couple episodes of this season. But I miss the Ben humor a little bit. Like, he has funny lines like, we have a giant hamster running on a wheel or whatever. When John asked him about But my favorite one is when they're waiting for the plane crash, and Jack asks him, like, how can you read? And he goes, my mother taught me.
Yes.
Elite. That's why Ben's my favorite character in this series, and it gets better over time. But what other things do we need to discuss from this episode?
That was all my notes.
All right. Yeah. So we need to get to our messages in a bottle.
I always forget about this. I'm still trying to figure out what that word was that I was trying to think of. When somebody like does you totally wrong, tells you one thing and then does another one. When somebody cheats on you, what's that? Not sabotage.
Subversion?
No, it doesn't start with an S.
Okay, well, let's not do this.
Help me if any of you can think of the friggin' word that I'm trying to come up with.
I don't know what you're... Can you give me more examples?
No.
I'm having to scroll back forever to get to our...
Ooh.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it has been... We've been complaining
Deceived.
Deceived. Okay. Wow.
Deceived.
I didn't think that's what
he was deceived.
Yeah. So Daniel asked, why is this not our episode thumbnail? Also, got your feedback from the last episode, and I'll make sure I get all the screenshots put up. Why is this not your episode thumbnail?
That is a good one.
Namaste.
Oh, man, and our matching shirts, too.
Yes. Joan Morgan. Oh, and the one and only time I went on a cruise to the South Pacific, I was 21. I was mortified at how old everyone was. They don't put that in the brochures, do they?
No.
When I came back, I actually checked. They don't. I didn't know you were going on a cruise. Thought you were flying. Else I would have warned you. We did fly.
Yeah, we flew there.
We flew to Hawaii, and
the
cruise took out of Oahu and just hit the other islands. Mm-hmm. I would not want to cruise that far from... Because it's like 2,500 miles.
Yeah, God, it was a long way.
Do they even? I was thinking about this. Do cruise ships actually go over that much ocean?
There's cruise ships that go like a year long.
Yeah, but I think they kind of hit like land bridges and stuff.
Surely they don't go over thousands of miles of open ocean.
As for Spears Point, that's where our friends are from. Mm-hmm. It's quite a fair way.
They never emailed me back, by the way. They were like, email us when you email us. Never heard back from them. So.
All right. It's quite a fair way from Sydney, 90-ish miles, as you imperialists would put it. It's picturesque and no doubt worth visiting, but a bit of a hike to get into town with the road between the two usually quite congested. Also, Brittany does not live there.
Leave Brittany alone.
Leave Brittany alone. Another one from Daniel. Love the shirts. And yes, Aussies are some of the nicest people in the world.
They were so nice.
They were very, very nice people. Just didn't return our emails.
No.
From Josh. When I first saw the names on the shirts, I looked them up on Lostpedia and was so annoyed when I couldn't find them on there before being reminded at the end of the podcast. Also, you don't know the Enos thing? You never watched Dukes of Hazzard? Okay, so I never watched the show Dukes of Hazzard. My dad watched it, but we did watch the movie. I watched the movie anyway. The one with Jessica Simpson as Daisy Duke. And,
I bet you did watch it. I think I saw it when it came
Jessica
out.
Simpson's not my cup of tea.
I know.
Yeah.
She's hot, but...
All right, so from Greg. Distressing what happened with the tour. Not to worry, it was distressing.
It was depressing is what it was.
I'll organize for the smoke monster to deal with them.
Please do.
It was depressing. I got over it fairly quickly, being in Hawaii.
I was pretty bummed.
I think it's difficult to be very depressed in Hawaii. I'm sure somebody is, but I wasn't. Really interesting, Morgan, that you pointed out how weird it was that Kate, a career criminal, wasn't able to come up with something fast when confronted with her lie at the Dharma barracks. I thought about this a lot. I think the writers did this on purpose because she had become a mother and her entire life trajectory and way of thinking had now changed.
I was going to say, being a mom will do some shit to you.
It will, but I think we should add that she's different, so is Jack. People are changing.
Old age, baby. Old age.
Jack's different. Sawyer's different.
Yeah.
They're changing, right? And so I think to take
through changes.
So think about that in the case of like Saeed too,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Saeed also might be changing.
He already is like, I can never forget myself for Boone's sister, whose name is escaping me right now. Shannon and Nadia and all these people that he loves that have died. I can never forget myself.
I mean,
boy, you just shot a kid, and he's coming back, and you will meet him later.
Agree with Joe. Jack accepting with relative grace his position as janitor is a very big sign of growth. And finally, remember these 2 frames from the episode for discussion later.
Yeah, the Dharma. Yeah. Namaste, new recruits.
And of course, somebody grabbed that screenshot. It was Matt grabbed the screenshot of you licking my face.
I knew as soon as I did it, it was like I was out of body experience watching myself do it, and I was going, oh no.
Well, in fairness, I could have edited it out, but we felt so guilty it's now been, we've had 2 episodes in 6 weeks.
That's bad.
We must do better.
Yeah.
Adds you lick, we click. That's how this works.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
And then you added, I knew it was going to happen, LOL.
I did.
Yeah. We're, affectionate. But,
did you look on YouTube?
Yes. Greg's was the only comment on YouTube I repeated. So, yeah, it was sorry about the shirts, if for anybody that was confused, but those are just our pseudonyms.
Those are stupid names we came up with.
Yeah.
If we were in the Dharma Initiative.
So the next episode, episode 11 in the season, is Whatever Happened, Happened.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah. So there are 17 episodes in this season, but we're going to do 16 and 17 together because it's the finale. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more episodes in season 5.
Beautiful.
And then there are technically 18 episodes in season 6, but the first 2 episodes are 1 episode, and the last 2 episodes are 1 episode.
Cool.
So it's like, what would that
16.
be? 16. So yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna attempt to pick this clip up a little bit because every 3 weeks not going to do it.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Where unfortunately it has just been mental. Absolutely covered up. Get back from Hawaii and work picked up, and I've got my little side project.
They don't care about our excuses.
And,
they just want content.
Yeah, I know they want content, but I'm trying to explain to the folks at home.
It's not for lack of caring, y'all.
It's not for lack of caring.
It's lack of mental bandwidth.
Yeah. And just being taxed at the end of, a day. And,
I can sit and watch a TV show all day long, but
this
performing?
Yeah. I think we're hardly performing, to be honest.
I'll turn it up a little bit.
I don't know. I think it's pretty authentic, honestly. I don't think it...
I did go put makeup on.
She did.
For this.
And I stayed...
And it is 7:35 p.m.
I stayed in my work clothes. It's 7:35 p.m. I could have changed into different clothes. I stayed in my work clothes.
These are my work clothes. I worked at home today.
She worked at home today. Yeah. So, also, I just like how I look in this polo. So, I kept it.
Yeah. You look very nice.
Thank you. I actually feel a little bit like I'm working at Circuit City or something today. So I just got khakis and a black polo. Yeah. We got to do a little bit of this banter because they've seen Lost. We're not going to tell them anything that they don't know about Lost, especially Greg. He knows everything about Lost.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have done it some justice. This He's Our You episode.
I missed so many crucial details in all the, conversations and all the specific stuff that Saeed was saying. And Sawyer was really doing such a good job trying to get Saeed on board with just like, say you ran away, say you were scared for your life, whatever. Because Horace was on board with like letting him in, and then his little wife was like, we have a baby now, Horace, and we can't let that madman out. Let's kill him. And then everybody was like, yeah, let's kill him.
In the same vein as like, okay, Kate couldn't come up with an excuse automatically. Why didn't Sawyer just come up with a con to like get these people?
He tried. That son of a bitch was trying.
No, I mean to like get them manipulated into.
Because he's not trying to roll that way anymore.
Exactly. That's what I mean. He's growing.
Yeah.
They're all growing.
Yeah.
It's about time, honestly.
I swear to God, if Kate explodes Sawyer's relationship with Juliet, I will go find that actress and whoop her ass.
I think, I can't imagine what this must have been like watching this show at the time, because I think Juliet was the strongest additional character after Ben, because you got Ben added, but Juliet is the next best. And the reason that she's so good is because she's like a mirror for the rest of them, because Juliet is like a mature person who is making good decisions.
She is
level-headed, and she, even though she's
diplomatic, understanding.
She's got every reason to have a problem with Kate being back, and you can tell she's a little uncomfortable.
Her feelings are hurt.
But she's still doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, she's helping her out, isn't she?
Because she's a grown-up. Like, it's really nice that there's one of them there who is doing what needs to be done. Julia, I feel like so much on this show, you just imagine grabbing these people by their ears and just going like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you doing this?
For real.
But you don't feel like you need to do that to Juliet ever. Like,
no, especially not now that she's friggin' confronted Sawyer and been like, hey, are we cool? Because
yeah, Juliet is the best.
Way to guard your heart, girl. Way to guard your heart.
Talked about it instead of just letting it simmer. Another reason that she's...
It didn't explode. It wasn't a fight. It was a conversation.
Yeah, she just asked him, are we okay? Right? And I think this season, if you remember the early seasons, it's great that these people are finally healing a little bit. Like, I know that a crazy thing's going on right now, but like, there's some healing happening with these people. Sawyer's had the most growth. Jack is trying to get there, but Jack's weirdly, even though Sawyer's story is more traumatic, Jack's like psychology is a little more locked in.
Yeah, he really got damaged by his bad life, and Sawyer just decided to damage other people with his bad life.
Well, and Sawyer now has for 3 years been allowed to experience just an honest living.
Yep.
Like, he just goes.
Look how good it can be.
Right. He's not trying to cheat anybody out of money. He just does a job.
Got him
a girlfriend.
And a little house.
Little house. They're playing house.
And he's like somebody important.
And he's somebody important not because he is cheating or lying. I mean, he's lying about his name.
He's a good leader.
But he's a good leader, and he's doing the job well.
Love to see it.
And he's a good, like Horace, he'd be better to be in charge than Horace, right?
Yeah.
But he's still a good, what's that called? A confidant, a consigliere or whatever to Horace, like giving him advice and like keeping him in line and stuff, and like trying to be his moral compass. Imagine Sawyer being the moral compass for somebody.
I knew he had it in him the whole time.
I think that Sawyer, very much like somebody currently on camera right now, was a man who just needed the right lady nearby to help bring out the best in him.
Well.
And boy, didn't I shoot straight up into the air once I had the right lady sitting here. Like, I got way better. So me and Sawyer, just alike. Anyway.
Pretty close.
Yeah. I don't have the hair.
I just meant you're both hot.
Okay. That's good. Anyway, this has been great. Sorry that it's taken so long.
We'll do better.
I promise you the next one will not be 3 weeks.
Yes.
It won't be.
Better.
We have a plan for when the next one's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to make it happen. Captain. All right. That's it. And until next time, we'll see you in another life.